Welcome to the Loch Ness room in the Crowne Plaza, the unofficial home of Team Sauerland. Thank you all for making my mobile very hot yesterday. Apologies for being unavailable, I was fishing. Anyways, it brings me great pleasure. I think some people have guessed the story, some people have jumped on the story, some people have speculated on the story, but I think the poster behind me and the gentleman next to me says it all. I think it's with great pleasure that we can look forward to the return of the Viking warrior Mikkel Kessler in the coming months. There won't be a statement today on the next fight or the route. It is simply a statement to announce the return. That the rest will come in the coming weeks. So you can ask, but you won't get many answers out of me on that. But we are delighted to have someone who has already given so much to the sport, someone who has already had a great career up to this stage, obviously taken a time out, become a father twice, and as you can see, walking around at fighting weight, someone who's mixed it with the best, beaten the best, and is going to come back at a sporting level where we believe we can conquer the world again. The rest I would leave first of all to Mikkel to give a few words in Danish, of course.
Det er jo dejligt at sidde her igen, synes jeg. Både og. Jeg er jo glad for, at jeg stadigvæk har en plads hos Team Sauerland. Og det har jo været hvad kan man sige, det har været en lang vej for mig at stoppe med at bokse. Faktisk vil jeg gerne være tilbage. Og jeg har jo, som jeg altid har sagt, det er hjertet, der driver min motivation at komme tilbage i bokseringen. Carl Froch og Ward, de ville ikke dengang, men så ville jeg heller ikke mere. Og så fik jeg 2 dejlige møgeunger, og så har jeg skubbet en barnevogn, holdt masser af foredrag, set livet for et andet synspunkt, og nu har jeg simpelthen bare fået min motivation tilbage, og altid holdt mig i form.
Thank you very much, Mikkel.
Understand?
I understand a little bit. It's been a few years now, so you know. But I would like to, of course, I know you're a country full of one-on-ones, but if you do have any questions from the floor at this time, please raise your hand, and please help me with a little bit of English as well, if possible.
Mikkel, ask in Danish.
Of course,
men Mikkel, altså, hvor lang tid har det her været undervejs med de comeback, og hvem har taget initiativet?
He's asking me how long it's been on the way.
Okay.
The comeback thought, and I think I always been in the gym, always training, but never thought of actually coming back. But I always said that if I had the emotion for coming back, if I woke up one day and said, it's gotta be now. But also is I train a guy, Abdul Khattab, so also a Sauerland, and he said to me, he said, Mikkel, please put some gloves on, and I want to fight like 4 rounds, and I hadn't had gloves on in a long time, and then I said, okay, Abdul, and then we went 4 rounds, and I was very tired. These young kids, but still I could see I had something. I had the reflexes, I had my strength, I had my, all my power. I still had the eye for it. So that was where I started to, something's going on now. Like some feeling I can't explain. Then I had to, and it was like a challenge for me, a big challenge that I love big challenges. Udfordringer, tak. Så jeg tænkte, at nu skulle det være nu. Jeg skulle, den største udfordring, der har været væk i 4 år. Jeg kan ikke engang tænke, der er 4 år siden jeg har bokset. Jeg føler, at det er 3 måneder siden. Så nu er jeg her, og det er faktisk der sådan rigtig begyndt for mig. Og det er igen en måneds tid siden.
Men kan du komme tilbage på samme niveau efter 4 års pause? Du er blevet ældre, 4 år ældre.
Ja, og der er jo altid de her spekulationer. Jeg er blevet ældre. Kan min krop holde til det? Jeg har holdt den med lige heldigvis. Som Kalle også siger, jeg er i vægt. og jeg føler, jeg kan det. Jeg har testet mig selv. Selvfølgelig skal jeg igennem en masse test, det er jo klart. Altså, hvad ligger min form i? Selvfølgelig, jeg kan aldrig nogensinde være hernede. Jeg har altid holdt mig i god form, så vi skal lige se, hvor ligger jeg henne. Og når jeg presser min krop, hvordan reagerer den så, når jeg får den presset rigtig meget. Så selvfølgelig er der mange ting med i det. Men jeg kan bare mærke, at det er det, jeg vil. Og så gør jeg det også 300%.
Just quickly add to that. I've been around boxing for a few years, and I've seen comebacks. Some have worked, some have failed. But the first thing you look at is the motives for a comeback, and you take the all-round picture of the person when he was in the first part of his career. And if you look at Mikkel, you know, the first thing you can eliminate is money, because he's certainly earned enough of it. He's not the Ferrari type, at least I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be hidden away somewhere, but he lives a normal life. I think that's also part of his appeal. It always has been an appeal to the fans. And then you look at what's he been doing the last couple of years, yeah. And I know there's some tired eyes from the kids, but he's got a great wife with Leah, and I think, you know, if you look at the way he's kept himself in shape, I just have to walk around one of our gyms, whether it's in Copenhagen, whether it's in Berlin, Schwerin, London. He's walking around at fighting weight, yeah? And that is already a big advantage. Mikkel's not the big unhealthy guy, and you know, and I think if you look at that from that point of view, he has all the right stuff in place to make a very successful comeback. And if you look at also the style of boxing that Mikkel has, it's a style that, you know, that's, you know, Mikkel isn't on the other side of 40. He's still on the right side. You look at the right, you know, he's yeah, I'm turning 40 next month, so let's not talk too much about age. But he looks after himself, and I think that's something that, you know, a lot of guys who come back for the wrong reasons, they haven't done that. You know? And I think Mikkel's always been about these sporting goals, and I know someone already speculated on tournaments and tournament this and tournament that. Let me tell you something, as the chief boxing officer at the World Boxing Super Series, there is no weight classes decided yet. So the speculation on that's great, and I'm sure we find that if it's the super middleweight, it's a great challenge, no doubt about it, and it would certainly be up there on the list. But at the moment, there is no weight class. So, you know, once again, questions on the World Boxing Super Series, yes. About Mikkel entering it, it's purely speculation.
Jeg ved godt, I ikke kan sige meget om altså, hvem du skal møde og så videre, men er det dit comeback, er det sådan en kamp ad gangen, eller kan du sige noget om sådan en længere tid, du vil fortsætte, og hvad er planen så?
You have to take this one. He's asking me if we have made plans as a one-time fight, as a two fight. What is? We really don't know yet. Now it's the main thing is coming back. But then we talk on the way what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's at the moment it's a day-to-day thing. So that's why I said, you know, we're not going to sit here and announce fights or tournaments or things like this. But you know, Mikkel Kessler is back as a professional boxer as of today. And just to explain the order of proceedings, we know that some of you have a thirst for Mikkel Kessler stories. If we did it another way, you would have found this out the wrong way. So if I would have gone out and made a fight, I know boxing, that doesn't stay secret for long. Now I can go out, look at a strategy for Mikkel, talk to Alan, talk to the team, talk to Jimmy, of course, and Thomas McCon and the whole team. But we can do that now openly and not go behind closed doors. I saw a few months ago there was a rumour that you were supposed to be fighting in Canada. And I was like, you know, what the hell is that? You know? And so this way, we're out there, you know, we've been honest about it, and now I'll get to work, and Mikkel will work with the team in the gym, and we have a time now.
Mikkel, jeg kan huske, du har i hvert fald tidligere sagt, at når du skulle bokse sådan noget, så skulle du kun kunne fokusere det, der skulle ikke være familie og kone og kæreste dengang. Nu vender du så tilbage, og nu er der så familie og det hele, altså... Er det et syn, må du så have ændret?
Ja,
Det syn må du så have ændret på?
det har jeg også, og jeg har også taget min kæreste med i dag. Det er fordi, at hun skal være lidt mere involveret i, hvad der foregår. Især fordi vi har 2 børn. Og hvor meget tid det kommer til at tage, og det vi snakker om i sidste stykke tid. Men vi har også allerede haft nogle møder med mine fysisk træner, boksetræner, manager, Allan Bak. Vi har jo selvfølgelig taget nogle møder om, hvis det skal ske, hvad med mit helbred, hvad med det, folk snakker ringvrag, folk snakker, det er slet ikke det, jeg er ude i. Jeg er ude i, at jeg skal være den bedste af Mikkel Kessler, der kommer derop. Jeg kommer ikke til at bare lige, jeg tager lige en kamp for pengenes skyld, og så går jeg videre. Det kunne jeg have gjort for 2 år siden. Så kunne jeg bare møde 5 om året ved et eller andet, hvad kan man sige, så tage nogle kampe og tage nogle penge der. Jeg gør det med hjertet, og det er helt det med hjertet. Jeg sparer ikke på nogle omkostninger for at få trænet mig, så jeg er i den bedste form. Og derfor er det også vigtigt for mig og familien, at vi er det. Man kan sige, at alt skal passes. Nu skal jeg på træningslejr i 3 uger. Så er det jo klart, så lever børnene i 3 uger, uden jeg er hjemme. Og derfor skal jeg jo ligesom blive involveret i det. Og det er jo også sådan nogle ting, hvor jeg prøvede af sidste, kan jeg overhovedet bokse. Nu når jeg har fået, nu har jeg endda fået 2, så hvis jeg har fået 2, så er det. Så det bliver ligesom svært, og ligesom at det skal simpelthen sættes i kalender. Hvad gør vi ikke? Og hvornår gør vi det? Så det bliver planlagt ordentligt, også med kampspørgsmål og så videre. Det skal simpelthen bare, det skal helt ned. Men nu skal selvfølgelig testes, det hele skal fungere, og hele teamet skal fungere, og det skal samles også igen.
Troels Henriksen from Jyllandsposten. Mikkel, in 2015 you said to our journalist Mikkel Kessler, who you of course know, he asked you, what if Kalle would call and tell you you can get unreward in pardon? What would you say? Then you said no. And then he asked you, what could make you change your mind? And then you said Carl Froch, only Carl Froch and a lot of money. What made you change your mind?
Now I know Mikkel Kessler.
Yeah.
Very much.
He likes fishing as well.
Yeah.
I just want to. I've answered more of these questions.
Your mind. Yeah.
No, but just before Mikkel answers it, I think I've had a call over the last 1,000 days, 990 days, of one journalist saying there was a rumor on Kessler, that he gave an interview and he said that, and I was like, no, he didn't give an interview because I don't think he did an interview. I know maybe he made that statement. Mikkel Kessler is also someone that we speak to a lot. So I wouldn't take that. That's a bit tongue-in-cheek. I mean, let's say humorous answer.
Yeah.
Carl Froch, just to make that clear at the time, we said Carl Froch or Andre Ward. Carl Froch was contracted to fight Mikkel Kessler. There was a rematch clause. So that I can get out there officially now. So there was a rematch clause. Carl chose not to take the rematch at the time. When we wanted the rematch, first of all, he went off and fought George Groves in his mandatory, which was fine, and he was mandated to fight another mandatory, but then it should have been Mikkel. At that time, Carl didn't want to fight again, so that's fine. Obviously, we're never going to make anyone fight. Then we chased down Andre Ward, and it was a very strange negotiation because, of course, poor old Dan Goosen, bless his soul, passed away during the negotiation. And he then went to Jay-Z management, and it was very stretched out. So it was more a case of giving up at the time. That's to be quite honest.
Men Mikkel, jeg tror bare, jeg vil gerne prøve at fortælle over, hvad er det, der lige pludselig har fået dig til at ændre mening i forhold til, at nu vil du gerne igen?
Som sagt, det er jo, jeg har fået børn, og ikke så meget søvn. Og som sagt, som jeg lige har fortalt Palle her, hvis jeg skal gøre et comeback, så gør det med hjertet, og så gør det hele vejen. Så en ting, vi kan altså også joke lidt, mig og Michael, han har kendt i mange, mange år, så han kan godt lukke alt muligt lort ud. Men så det kan da godt være, at jeg har sagt det. Og så har jeg måske været sur på Andy Ward, hvis jeg har sagt nej til ham. For det var de 2, jeg gerne ville møde, så jeg bare sige, ja, kom med Carl Froch, så er en masse penge, det er fint nok.
Det jeg siger, det var noget, jeg troede, jeg viste.
Nå, men det har måske også været på det tidspunkt, hvor man har tænkt, at man har haft Ja, jeg må have Romeo der, så er den nye på vej, så det har måske tænkt, ja, jeg kommer slet ikke til at bokse. Det er nok mere det, mit svar har været lige der. Der er mange andre ting at se til. Og ligesom et liv, et andet liv, end det jeg har levet i mange, mange år.
Kalle?
Føler du stadigvæk har noget at bevise? Do you think you still have something to prove? I just translate.
Of course.
He always has something to prove to us.
Being world champion for the 5th, 6th times. Now, of course, it's a big challenge. I love them.